Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Noor, and you should just be my co-host at this point, Amanda.
Twist my arm.
Speaking of twisting arms, I did force you to watch Love is Blind, Denver.
Yes.
Was it a twist of an arm?
No, you know what? It was a nudge. It was a nudge in a direction I was literally already walking. It was more like when somebody holds the door open for you, when someone you love holds the door open for you and like touches your back a little bit as you go through.
Yeah.
It was kind of just nice to have a friend be like, no, get in there.
Yeah. Get in there. We're all freaked out by these people.
It's the worst thing you've ever seen. You have to see.
It's like every season we have the same exact conversation. Every season I think that we cannot find weirder, worse people, and every season they're like, buckle up, Buttercup, we found the weirdest fucks in America.
Oh yeah, you thought last season was weird? Welcome to Denver, Colorado.
Like, is it the altitude, you think?
I think it's all the industry. Like, I think when a city grows rapidly, but it's not like really a city, because to me, and like, I mean, I live in LA now, so like I am part of this also. When you live in a city, but it doesn't have like widely used mass transportation, you just have like a bunch of individuals packed into a smaller space. And it's like, there's no sense of community. There's no unity. There's no shared goals. It's just a bunch of wackadoos who want to make money.
I think you just described New Jersey.
Listen, I just described the entire United States minus like New York City and like parts of Chicago. So that's it. But like, I think the altitude, I think some of it's the religion. Like, I don't know what religion people are on this show, but they're all turning to it.
They're all very Christian.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very Christian situation. And
I skeeted last night that this show is a Trojan horse for Christian nationalism.
Wow.
And people liked it. People did respond to that.
Let's process that for just a second. You have a point.
And I will be watching next season. Like, I'm not. It's so problematic. I can't. This reunion made me so mad every moment of it.
Well, the reunion was really strange. Like, we did have an entire reunion of Love is Blind that did not air on time because Netflix servers or whatever were down and they couldn't figure out how to play it live. And that was not the worst reunion that we've had. This one, it was outdoors. So there were like crickets that you could literally hear between the and so I was like, this is crickets. It was so bizarre to literally hear the crickets between awkward pauses. It was so uncomfortable to watch. I know they did this last year too. There was like a opening musical number. Okay.
That was the most like okay and thing I've ever seen. Once again, both seasons.
And this one, we had a whole NBA player and State Farm representative, Chris Paul. Come on, in a State Farm uniform.
That's what he was wearing. I was like, why isn't he wearing like his jersey or his like?
It was so weird.
Stuff? But I was so mad that there was sports on the show.
Like, they played sports. And by the way, you were like, I was like, I couldn't watch it. And you were like, did you stop after the sports? I said, yes. But then I did turn it back on. And I had to forward for a significant amount of time before the sports stopped.
It was so long. They each shot 3 baskets. It was like I hope you didn't have to watch this, but the World Series that went for a game that went for 18 innings the other night.
Oh, okay.
It was, listen, I was in the room. Sometimes I'm in the room when the sports is happening. And I just kept going like, why is it still going on? And then like I went to bed and then my husband went to bed and it went on for 18 innings, which is double the innings. And that's how long that basketball game or that like throwing baskets. It like that was all just an attempt, in my opinion, to like humanize Casey and make her like likable, which unfortunately, given her own personality and behavior, she is not.
Yeah. She still won't admit that she just is not attracted to this man.
Which is like, there's just a nice way to say, like, I'm so sorry. I like my heart. I don't know. I guess there's not a nice way, but
I
the
think the
nicest
nice way
way
to
is fast.
yeah, the nice way to say it is you're a really nice guy, but I genuinely don't think that there can be a physical connection. And maybe that makes me a bad person, but I realize that for me, love is not blind. I look like Tariq Al Musa's next wife. And so I'm ready to flip or flop a house or sell a sunset or
I'm
whatever it
ready to
is.
sell something. I
I
mean,
just
she looked on the season. I was like, wow, she's so pretty. And then on the reunion, I was like, and she's done too much. And
yeah.
she's done too
Mhm.
much.
Mhm.
Talk about a
Mhm.
lip flip.
Yes, and so and what's crazy is like so we had Casey and Patrick, where obviously like Casey is not attracted to this Asian man. Then she goes and she messes around with Joe. Joe, who called a perfectly normal sized woman who just had hips, like plus size.
When Joe, so he didn't apologize for this on the show. He just apologized for like telling her she wasn't his type, but maybe he has conveniently forgot the confessional where he keeps going, I usually go for girls like this and doing small hands and then saying not like the and just he kept doing big hands, small hands, big hands, small hands. And I was like, I hope on your deathbed that's all you see. Cause I have to tell you, it haunted me. Like, this is my own baggage, no question.
Yeah.
And like Joe and Madison as a couple, she was delusional. He was never
Mhm.
nice to her. Like,
Mhm.
I can understand why she thought he was attracted to her because they had so much sex, but
Yeah.
like, he was not nice to her. You can't
No.
marry someone who's not nice to you. Like,
Mm-mm.
ever, but especially when you've only known them a month and they're already on scrub behavior. Madison, like, I'm not thin. I've never been thin. And I learned a long time ago trying to get a hot guy, like a thin abs guy, is not going to make me thin. And letting somebody treat me like shit who's hot is also not going to make me thin. It's just going to make me sad. You got to go
Oh
for
my
someone who's
god,
nice to
you are just coming out with bangers today.
you. Thank you so
Wisdom
much.
left and right.
I had so much pent up in me after watching that reunion. This is honestly catharsis.
We gotta do away with Nick and Vanessa Lachey. And I'm not saying we need to kill them, but I am saying that we need to never see them again.
Listen, Vanessa can survive. Nick, I'm on the fence. Every time that man is on my screen, I'm like more of a Jessica Simpson apologist. Like, I'm
Mhm,
just
mhm.
so mad that he ever exists on a like. Also, one time my friend waited on him and he was very rude.
Ah, well, there you go. Done.
Mhm.
He just sucks as like a commentator. He sucks as a host. He's really bad at it. And Vanessa isn't that much better, but she's so much better than him because he is so bad at it. We also had, Sparkles and Chicken Shake. We had Jordan and Megan. Here's the problem also with this reunion. This show, guys, Love is Blind Denver was filmed so far away from the reunion that one of the contestants, one of the couples broke up. Okay. This girl dated a few other people in the cast. Then she found a whole other person, had a whole baby with this person after a few months. And now this baby is like 3 months old. That is how much time had elapsed since the time of the pods and the time of the reunion, which made me go, what the fuck are we watching here?
And what? And like, what? I guess they were like, I mean, nobody's married. Like, no rush to. Also, can we say her baby daddy does look like yassified Lex Luthor?
Oh my God, that is really, really good. He
I couldn't
does.
get enough of his like beautiful glossy lips. It was so funny to me.
Somebody called him Skinny Billy Zane. And I was
Oh
like, oh, yeah.
wow. Yeah, that's also very accurate. Billy Zane, who could get it every moment I've ever seen him. Um
Every which way, even when he is being horrible to Rose DeWitt,
yeah,
whatever her last name was.
I was like, honestly, I'm into it. Like, I was 13 being like, okay, Billy Zane. Um
Also, by the way, somebody said that she did a Lindsay Hubbard.
she
Mhm.
did. She did
She
a
did.
full Lindsay Hubbard. Jordan, I think, is the like sexiest man on the cast, like
Mhm.
to me. But the way he kept giggling at everything, and then they'd be like,
Ick.
Jordan, why are you giggling? And he'd be like, I have ADHD. Like, it's just like, hey, Jordan, either comment on it or shut the fuck up. But this like middle ground thing, I don't care for it. And it made me be like, he wasn't mature enough to get married, which
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
don't make me take Sporkle Megan's side.
I know. Sporkle Megan. Lady Glitter Sporkle Megan. Her and then her okay, also when we found out that she drives like a Range Rover, but she talked about it in the pods as if she drives a fucking Ferrari or something. A Range Rover. Okay, basic.
Yeah. Also, apparently those are really difficult to repair. So good luck.
Good luck.
I wouldn't know. I drive a Honda. It's also difficult to repair because everything sucks now. But
Guess what? The entire world is hard to repair, as evidenced by our existence.
yeah. And as evidenced by this damn show where they can't seem to fix a single problem with it. Did you get far enough for the Edmund and Calabria segment?
No, I didn't. I didn't. So I got to where did I get to? I got to the Joe and Madison thing where we're getting the breakdown of apparently Joe and Casey dated. And then did we cover at all the homophobic couple Annie and Nick, who's obviously gay?
Okay, so weirdly, that was mostly Nick apologizing to that other blonde woman who came and sat in on the couch next to
Mm-hmm.
Madison. So
Mm-hmm.
mostly it was him apologizing to her. Annie barely spoke. Barely
Wow.
spoke. And
For
like
the best.
for sure for the best. For sure for the best. Definitely best for her dignity.
Yeah.
Um but it was very odd. They didn't ask one thing about the homophobia, which really pissed me off. And also, there are a couple of cast members. Like Anton got a lot of heat for how much he drank, but there are a couple of cast members, and like maybe we'll say their names, maybe it's not appropriate, who demonstrated to me like intense hallmarks of like major alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
And we just didn't, nobody talked about like
Like
uh,
Annie is
she seemed drunk the whole entire time, like in the morning waking up, and like maybe she's gotten too much filler like
Mhm.
in a weird place because it's
Mhm.
given her like drunk girl face, but also she was really drunk a lot, and so it's like I don't know.
She wobbled a lot. She would wobble. Like even when they were breaking up, she was just like, you have to keep trying. And he
I
was
can
like,
make
I
2 and 2 4 or whatever. I can make that is 4. Whoops. I can make 2 and 2 3.
yeah. And Nick was like, we're not getting married. And then somebody zoomed in on a text that they showed her sending to a friend and who she says to the friend, it's like 50-50 not happening. They're like, he fully broke up with you.
Honestly, that makes me relate to her. Like that's like, oh yeah. Well, okay. I don't know. TBD. Also, the way that Joe got drunk in Mexico was like,
Yes.
and then was like waking up and like couldn't get it together. Like that was nuts to me.
Yeah.
And like I have not to brag, but I have dated a really serious alcoholic, and I've never seen that kind of like blackout fog before. Um,
Like these people make early seasons of Vanderpump Rules look sober.
honestly, when Kristen Doty tripped over a table and everyone was like, she's a mess. And I'm like, these people would love for that to be their biggest problem.
Yeah. Okay, tell me what the KB and Edmund section was.
Okay, I'm so mad. I'm truly so mad on KB's behalf because like she brought a little sheet of paper to just
Mhm.
like say what her issues were, all of which she said on the show and said at the altar when they were breaking up. I felt manipulation. I felt there was one way on camera and there was another way off camera. It like all of that stuff. And like then Edmund just starts doing his thing where he scrunches up his face and goes, I loved you as hard as I could. And for someone to say that's manipulation, and it's like, okay, so you didn't get any therapy in
Mm-mm.
the intervening 17 years since the show was filmed and aired. Like you clearly didn't do anything. If like I don't want to go too hard on Edmund because like it was not fun to watch him at any point.
Yes,
And I was
correct.
so scared that KB was going to like marry him out of some like feeling of needing to save someone or like
Yep.
needing to like be the rock for somebody. He does not need to be married. He needs to be in like really serious therapy. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it was like to come up in foster care and like any other thing that may have happened to him, but like I feel like it was very wrong for him to be
Yeah.
cast on the show.
Yeah.
That said, then after they've kind of hammered it out, KB has placated Edmund so much as she did so much on the show. She's like mollifying him, taking care of his feelings, trying to stick up for herself. At one point he goes, I mean, she had PMS and I just had to stay away. And like Madison like puts her hand on KB's back like, it's okay. You knew he would pull the shit. Like you knew he was going to be like this. Nick motherfucking obviously Lachey goes, KB, and I'm just asking this question. And I was like, I know whatever this is, it's going to make me so mad.
Oh, no.
He goes, is it just possible that you weren't like used to a more emotional man?
Oh my God.
And she was so poised. I would have had to rip his esophagus out of his throat. You just had to, you know? And she goes, you know, I think two things can be true. And she, oh my God. And she was just like so poised. And meanwhile, I'm like screaming at the TV and like gnashing my bed sheets. And she was just like, I think that can be true. And also there was a lot of manipulation and, you know, like she just like reiterated her point very calmly. And but it was like, and like, if that is not enough to get Nick Lachey banned from television as at large, all TV, he can be on Celebrity Wipeout or something where he has to fall in mud. That's fine. That's the only thing I want to see him doing, and I won't watch that. It was infuriating. That was and they didn't talk about how Edmund tried to like get her to have sex with him in Mexico by crying. They didn't talk about that.
That part of it is when I was like, she's got to go. She's got to get the fuck out of here. Because when he was like crying and talking about like, you know, I'm just so tired of like being the nice guy. And it's like, you shouldn't not have sex with a person because you think that you're trying to be a nice guy. It should just be common courtesy. Like it was just so strange. And then when he did that, and then every time, you know, she would like try to have a real conversation with him, he would just like glaze over. I was like, this isn't happening. I saw somebody post that when we saw Calabria doing her own makeup on her wedding day, we should have known that the answer was going to be no.
Dang, that's really true. That's really true. That did hit me when I saw it. And did Allie also do her own makeup?
I don't know, because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. Did you watch the Allie and Anton segment?
I did not. Okay,
well, she said they were like, Allie, what was it? Like, what was the moment where it went wrong for you with Anton? And she goes, sorry. She goes, honestly, when we first were together in Mexico and he wore those flip-flops.
I love that. I love her. I love that.
I liked her so much on the show. She gets the most hate online for some reason.
What? Like, I think because her friend was like, "Oh, is he always just going to be a truck driver?"
And like she laughed or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess people want to call her gold digger and fake, and I'm like, okay, she's not fake. She's just had a lot of Botox. Like she doesn't have the range of facial expression that you want from her. Yeah. And she's really beautiful, and I do think people love to hate gorgeous women, as you and I both know.
Personal experience.
Yes, constantly. Constant abuse. But also like she had goals and ambitions, and if your lifestyle goals don't match up, you shouldn't get married. And like,
yeah, I mean, look, if and the thing is, they're like, oh, she was a gold digger. She's a nurse, and so I'm imagining that as a nurse, she probably makes a good amount of money. And I don't know what his financial situation was, but if he's blowing the money on all of the tequila in the apartment that Netflix has provided, let's get it together. Speaking of what Netflix has provided, loved when she was like, I don't understand why Casey needs to return the ring. It's not like he bought it. Netflix gave it to him.
Yep. That I loved.
Yeah. I'm happy to never see these. They're not MAGA people, but they're like definitely Maha people.
Especially Sporkle, Megan, and Casey. They strike me as RFK Jr. ride or dies.
And you know what? Unfortunately, I fear that Jordan might be there too, because he did make that chicken breast shake with Crystal Light, and he said this is so it's just all natural. I was like, Crystal Light?
That does feel very RFK to be like, Crystal Light
Anybody?
is the most natural thing. It's really good for you.
Okay. Gross. Okay, anyway, happy to never see these people again. I'm sure I'll get some TikToks and stuff sent my way. The algorithm will be like, "Do you give a fuck?" And I'm gonna say, "Nope."
No, please.
No, please, no more. But apparently there is, you mentioned there's gonna be a Love is Blind, Philadelphia, which I will watch the fucking shit out of. Okay.
Yeah. I'm really foolishly, typically, I'm really excited for Love is Blind Philadelphia, and I can't wait to see how it disappoints me.
Yes.
I hope they have dates to see Ben Franklin somehow. Because there is that Ben Franklin who like stands outside and,
yes.
I'd like
We're
to
familiar.
see that.
As you know, my heart is always in Philly all the time.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. So, oh my God, look, Patreon exclusive, also holding my little Eagles cup all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One of my 4 beverages on my desk right now. Okay, let's go over to Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to save our reason for the season last because Salt Lake City was ridiculous as usual.
Yeah.
Potomac this week, we open back up at the Preakness party situation, and there's just a lot of pettiness going on. But what I love so far in the way that they have packaged this season is like everybody's auditioning to a level that like Marisol and Adriana audition on Miami. Because I'm like, is everybody a friend of besides Giselle, Wendy, and Stacey and Ashley? Because everybody is sort of giving friend of energy.
Ashley is giving friend of energy.
She really is.
I have been an Ashley, like, not apologist, but like I've never been like, Ashley's my favorite. But I've always thought she was like, she's kind of just like a jazzy little fun gal to have on the show.
She's a dumb baby. She's Whitney.
Yes.
She's a dumb baby.
She'll whip, well, she's no Whitney, but she'll whip out her gem-covered titties at the drop of a hat, and I love that. But this season, she can't leave Stacey alone. She can't sit for 1 second. And I have yet to see or hear anything about herself. Like, besides the fact that sometimes she dates Josh.
Besides the fact that she went on a whole dating show on Bravo while having no intention to see that man ever again.
Which, fine. Fine.
Great. Amazing.
But, like, then maybe just try to be a little more in the moment and, like, be organically with your castmates instead of being like, well, Stacey, I heard that your breath stinks. And it's like, Ashley, shut up. Like, shut up.
Well, I think Ashley is definitely, she's a great sidekick to Giselle. Like, she does all the things for Giselle that, like, Robin would never do, So I think that she's, like, excited to be under Giselle's wing and, like, carry this giant champagne flute to the finish line or whatever it is. But it does crack me up that out of all of the girls that are friends of or new, Tia is just having the best time of her life.
I'm obsessed with Tia.
I love her so much.
She's chilling. She's talking to her kid. She's like, sorry, I missed your birthday. I don't have enough sway to move this trip. Like,
I love her child because he said something like, I hate this family, bro.
He was cracking me up. Like, poor thing. Haven't we all been 12 or however old he is?
Yeah.
Like, he was really the most 12 in that moment.
And then also in the beginning of the episode when Ashley tries it, because Ashley's trying it, right? Ashley's like, oh, okay, it's audition time. So I am going to start some shit with Tia. I'm going to say, I heard you said I was rude. And Tia goes, okay, it was tongue in cheek. And then she's like, and also everybody acting like they don't know what tongue in cheek means, please.
These people pretend like Tia is speaking like Chaucer's English or something. Like, they're all like, tongue in cheek? Is that a queen thing? Like, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. Is that like the metric system? We don't understand it. We don't get it.
And it's like, Ashley, then you immediately turned around and said, well, a lot of times when people are being tongue in cheek. And so it's like, okay, so you did
So you
know.
do know what? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tia just won't give her an inch. And that feels good. That feels
It
like a
does.
changing of the guard.
It was so good. It was just her being like, "Are you not getting it? Do you want me to slow it down? Are you a fucking idiot?" Like, in so many words, and I love that, and I love that, we already have established that Tia and Giselle are, like, friends, but also Tia picks on Giselle, so I feel like Tia feels very comfortable in her place here with these dum-dums, and so Ashley trying it with her, she's like, "Ashley, if I said that you were rude, if I wanted to say that you were rude, I would say that you're rude. I didn't wanna say that you were rude, but now you're being rude. And so now I'm gonna fight you." And I just love that it just like went nowhere because Giselle was like, Okay, whatever. Anyway, Jesse's here. Let's get the new
Ashley, you
girls to
failed.
fight."
Let's move.
Yes, Giselle is turning things around constantly. She's like, "Okay, okay, 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 new segment, new segment. Jesse's here. Jassy, wife, almost wife of a football player, confusing paternity situation. Angel, your husband's a football player. Fight."
Yeah.
And it's just so good. It's just so
Like,
silly.
I love Angel has to be like starting for 10 years. Like, I
It was so
like
good.
that was because it's also kind of like if that like Jazzy knows that.
Yeah.
Like Jazzy knows that. I guess the audience doesn't know that. I barely care. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, well, if you get to be on the football team and you don't have to play, then like
Isn't
then
that
your
good?
brain stays like in
Yes.
one
Oh my
piece.
God. Okay, Amanda, I think about this all the time. Whenever my husband's watching football, which is every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday,
Mhm.
and I'm sitting with him the whole time, I'm like, I always ask him, like, okay, so like a backup, like how much money do they make? He's like, like a good like $800,000. I'm like, shouldn't would that should just be your goal.
That
Like,
should be the absolute goal. You want to be the third to the best in
yeah.
in your industry.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Yeah, but these guys, they've like worked their whole life. Like this is like all they know is like this sport." And I'm like, "Yeah, but don't they care about living a
Like,
long life?"
I'll also say if I got to be a Broadway understudy
Mhm.
for the rest of my life, I'd be pretty happy. Like I'd rather be the star, but I'd be pretty happy to just be like getting paid to be backstage, getting paid equity minimums to be in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a star in any capacity by any means, but like even
Disagree.
at my job, like we're doing end of year like reviews and stuff and like your boss is always like, "Oh, where do you see yourself in a year or 2 years?" And I'm just like, corporate America wants you to be constantly ambitious, and I kind of like I'm tempted to be like, "Well, I have a lot of goals and ambition, but they have nothing to do with my job here." I
My goal
love my job. If you keep me here and give me a, whatever cost of living raise once a year and throw me a big pharma bonus my way, sure. I'm okay with it. But like it's sounds crazy to be like, "No, I kind of just like my job. Like I don't really want to I don't need more growth." And maybe it's because you and I are not greedy.
Well, it's also, I can't speak for you, but my goals in my day job that I have had for mm, uh, 14 years. At what point is it not a day job? But my goals in that have always been to make the most money for the least amount of time
Uh-huh.
that I put in.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've really failed at that in one way or another. But like all my goals and ambitions have to do with like I'm like hand sewing cushions for a cat tree that I just
Yeah.
got because like I want them to be
Mhm.
cute. That's a goal.
I'm
Anything that is at my
ambitious.
job, my goal is to like keep it.
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
Yeah, my ambitions are like to figure out a good overnight heatless curl or finally wear the right size bra.
Oh my God. Well, that one's, if you find it, let me know.
Sister, I've moved over in the last year to a minimizer, and it has changed my life.
Really? Well, that's something I'll be Googling right after the podcast. Also, have you tried Sleepy Tie?
I don't want to spend the money on it. Is that
Sure.
stupid?
No, it's not stupid. I totally get it. I bought 2. Because I couldn't. I was like, am I a large or an extra large Sleepy Tie? I do have
You're
thick
definitely an extra
hair.
large.
I'm a large.
Oh, interesting.
Whoever is an extra large Sleepy Tie, you must have so much hair.
Because you have so much hair.
Yeah, not enough for that. So, but it does really work.
Okay, fine.
And Sleepy Tie, you need to be sponsoring this podcast. That was a huge gift for you.
Sleepy Tie, send me some PR. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll try it out. Okay, how do you do with extensions? Half of my head is fake hair. So I need you to step your Sleepy Tie up or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, like those are my ambitions. I'm not trying to make more money. So like if I was Jessie, I'd be like, my husband or my fiance does have 2 children that were created around the same time that I started dating him. But also he has a Super Bowl ring. That should always be Jessie's thing. She should be
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, whatever. He's been, playing for 7 years. He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, how many rings does he have is what I would have responded to Angel.
Exactly. I do think that Angel is trying her best to be a good friend to Kiarna, because Kiarna did probably behind the scenes try to chin check her and say, I brought you into this group and you need to defend me when all these people try to haze me, especially Wendy. And I think that's so silly because that's not how this works. We can't be doing
No.
that, okay? It
But
makes
also,
it not
she's not
fun.
even just like defending Kay. She's like fighting the same battles that Kay fights, and all of Kay's battles are imaginary in this particular season.
Thank you. Fully imaginary fights. Kay
Like-
is fighting with people for no damn reason.
Well, she's fighting with people so nobody asks about Greg, that absolute mid-man that she seems to be obsessed with.
Middest man that has ever existed, and we've seen some mid dudes here.
Listen, that's the status of most Bravo appearing men.
Mhm.
Greg is so far below those mediocre guys. Like, he is a hater of Kiarna.
Mhm.
He is not handsome.
Mhm.
Sorry. He has a goatee, which I just like
Mm-mm.
blanketly do not approve of. And he expects her to like do everything around the house while still having while both of them work full time. Like, get out of here, Greg. Like, when Kiarna's own mother came on the show and was like, you don't like have to date Greg. I was like, your mom said that on camera. Like, that's
Also, to call back to what Allie said about Anton, Greg wore flip-flops without lotioning his feet to a restaurant. Okay? And that should have been it.
That's giving Tom Schwartz. That should
have been it. Flip-flops to a restaurant with silverware
and dry feet.
No, get out of here. The first lady of Maryland, who allegedly invited Wendy to this event, does not want to be filmed on this television show.
I believe she might have invited Wendy, and then Wendy was like, can I do my show? And she was like, I guess, but like, that's going to be different then.
Yeah. She was like, we're not going to speak. And I just love Wendy being like, first lady, Don Moore, first lady. And Don Moore's like, oh God.
Don't say my name on camera. Do not say my name on camera.
Well, they decide that after, it's just like stupid little fights. They really don't go anywhere. And then they're going to go by plane and by boat to, do they go to Nevis here?
Yes.
Okay. I got confused. Oh, because Kanawhan is where they go in Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Everybody's going to a place that I don't know where it is on the globe.
I'm like, wow, they're really changing things up.
Mm-hmm.
Say bye to Cabo.
Yeah.
OC.
Say bye to Milwaukee, Salt Lake City. No shade of Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. I'm actually doing stand-up there in December. But
nice.
it is slightly more luxurious to go to a tropical location.
Slightly more luxurious to go by plane and by boat to a special location. Everybody flies first class except for Jassy, who is put on 17C, basically.
It seems like she was put on like 45C.
She really was. She was in the caboose.
And I just want to say thank you, Jassy, for not making it like such a big thing. Like, it is I'm sure it sucked for her. I'm sure that it sucked for her. And I'm so glad we didn't have to hear about it. We were already getting so much like complaining. Like, Ashley and Kiana to me are both like so unfun this season. And like, Ashley is unfun because she's like a little faker all the time. Like, I just don't buy anything she says on camera. And Kay is in, I don't know if it's because it's her second season and she feels like she needs to bring it, or if her own private life is miserable because she's with Greg and like that seems to like she's being put on ice by him, which is humiliating. So like I don't know, like, you know, I've been in those times where I'm like, I just have to be like, I'm just negative all the time and you like can't get out of that spiral. And that's what it feels like is going on with her.
Yeah.
But it's not that fun to like be a part of.
No. And also because like it's so not fun that you could tell that she is physically like uncomfortable to be around certain spaces. It was fun at the Preakness party where, you know, she just was like annoyed with Stacey and she was like, Stacey, stop it, whatever, right? But then once we got to this trip and she's just like annoyed with everybody and she just like doesn't want to be around them, it's like, if you can't get it together, you should not be on the trip. It is hilarious to me that Giselle was like, because Jassy, Kay, and Angel had like a weird vibe at Preakness, I am going to invite this girl and I'm going to turn it into her bachelor party. What? Her being like, this is a little bit of a bachelorette party for Jassy. I was like, you what?
I mean, I'll say the first time we saw Jassy this season, I was like, we could have had her instead of Kay on this season. And so I'm so happy she's there. Bless Giselle and her machinations with production. I'll take it. Like, I'm thrilled because she's there to have a good time. She can be mean and then be like, okay, we're past it. Like,
yeah, also just
all
like
we need.
Yeah, her being like, oh, you're putting me in the back of like, you're putting me on this seat all the way in the back that doesn't recline because the bathrooms are behind me. That's fine. I don't care. I'm getting to go on this trip and be on this show. That's totally fine with me. I also love because when she came to Preakness, they were like, so Jassy, how's it going? She was like, well, things are going well. We're in counseling. I was like, yeah, go off, girl.
Her, do they have flutes in Potomac?
They have champagne flutes.
Yeah, get her a flute. Get her a flute, please.
You know who else I think should have a flute? Is Kiana's mom.
Yes. In fact, let's do a replace. Kiana's mom is like the right age to be a housewife. She's so beautiful. Like she seems a little more grounded. Like I think that's the other thing is that Kay and Ashley specifically seem so young, even though they're not that young, but they seem really young.
Yeah.
And that's just not like I like a seasoned woman on the show.
I do too.
I like a woman who's like Angel has the gravitas, but I think she's fallen in love with being like nobody's even reaching out to me. And it's like,
I hate
okay,
that.
Angel, that's not how the show works. Ask someone to lunch. Also, if you talk shit about Kay in front of all these other women and then pretend that you didn't when Kay's back, that's going to be alienating for them.
Yeah, exactly. And also, Kay, if you're going to talk shit about your friend and then pretend like you didn't, it's going to put you in a weird place. They both did the same thing where they talked shit about their friend and then they acted like they didn't. And I think two things can be true. They could have totally had a conversation off camera and we're like, okay, so we fucked up, but moving forward, we're always going to ride or die for each other. That's it. Then say that on camera. Just be like, you know what? We're best friends of 20 years. Whatever shit we dealt with you guys, we're just figuring out how to be friends within this group. But, you know, I have her back. Yeah. But they don't do that. Instead, they just kind of like, you know, scowl and sit on the side. And girls, don't do that because guess what? Jassy and Tia are taking your place.
Yeah. Andy doesn't like a side sitter.
Speaking of side, Jassy calls, Kay calls Jassy. Who's a side chick? Somebody's a side chick. Kay is a side chick.
I believe Jazzy is considered the side chick because of the timing of the babies being
Oh,
born.
that's right.
And she's like, no, I was never a side chick. And like, I kind of like this all happened before the show. So like,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I don't care.
You
You know who was
know,
probably a side chick? Ashley Darby.
I mean, let's not talk about what Ashley Darby has covered up on this show. Let's not talk about.
You know why else I love Tia? Because she said on the very first episode we met her, she said, "Oh, Ashley used to be my bottle service girl."
I loved that. Oh my God.
She was like, "Oh, bottle service to Bloom Ball or whatever it was."
Tia's
Ugh.
ready. Tia
Tia's-
did her stretches before this season.
And you know why she's ready? It's because she also does it with a smile. She's cracking up. She thinks it's so funny. She's doing what Giselle does, but Giselle just is a little mean.
Yeah.
But Tia, because she has a British accent, we're like, it's adorable. Keep going.
Also, Tia seems to be able to like Giselle, I think, is still stuck in first lady of the church mode a little bit, where like it's a little scoldy. And Tia's just like, Tia's a Lisa Vanderpump, you know? Like Tia can laugh and roll with it. Same with Stacey. That Giselle no card, no embroidery name thing, that was like mean in a way that's like, okay, like Stacey's not fighting back with you, so you're just sort of like continuing to bully her.
Yeah.
It's not that fun to watch, but it was really fun to watch Stacey be like, well, I guess I know where I stand with Giselle. Like,
and then she's like, maybe by the end of the trip, I'll get some embroidery. I love her so much. You will not get me to hate this lady. Okay.
No.
She is perfectly delusional. We said it before. She is very SLC coded. She is so silly and so fun. Everybody has been posting her QVC clips all over the internet. They're hilarious. Like guys, her day job for years has been to get on camera and pretend like she gives a fuck about something. Okay? Though now she gets to be on a television show where she has to pretend like she gives a fuck about these people. And she's doing a very good job of not giving a fuck, but also giving a fuck. Like, it's just so funny for her to like not be phased. It's like last season, they put her and Kay in bunk beds in like Virginia or wherever they went. And so like I love her because she's like, whatever, I'm here to collect a paycheck. Go ahead, haze me.
Yeah. And also it's very like be gone before somebody drops a house on you energy. And like that's what we want in a housewife. Like I just want somebody who's like, I never paid TJ and I don't want to worry about it. And like that's great. Like
okay.
I believe you.
Now, do you think that the women are, as Angel says, committed to misunderstanding Angel?
No.
Okay.
I because like we see a bunch of where Angel is like, I mean, like I think they're not that jazzed about her. Like I don't think they're like overly excited about getting to know her because of like she's been inconsistent. And she hasn't like tried to build any bridges with anybody. Like when she was like, nobody said anything to me at the airport. And it shows all of them walking in and absolutely saying hello to her, kissing her on the cheek. Like if you want, as somebody who's like moved a few times and had to like make a bunch of new friends.
Yeah.
And not on camera, unfortunately. But like if you want to make friends, you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there. And I would say that goes triple for housewives.
Yeah.
And like Angel is used to, I think, probably being more of like a person who people want to get to know. And unfortunately, that's not the show. And you've been aligned with the most negative Nancy.
And, you know, I will give her some credit. She did have an event at her house with the sound bath and everything like that. So she did try to have an event. She did try to like yuck it up. She got invited to shopping. She got to shop. But then her biggest flaw there, her biggest fault was that she talked shit about her friend. And then she didn't stay consistent on it. And that's where they went, we don't really understand the game that you're playing. We thought that you were going to be our friend. And then we saw an in for us to start drama and you're not taking our bait. So we don't know what to do with you. And I think that that's really what it is. I don't think it's a matter of misunderstanding Angel. It's that these girls as an ensemble cast do not understand where Angel fits in. It is, however, hilariously diabolical that Giselle does two things. One, she says, Angel said that she didn't want Jassy here. She wanted Charisse. And like we saw the clip, she never said that. She said, why don't you just invite Charisse? We're friends. I like her. She never said don't invite Jassy. But then also the Facetune conversation at dinner.
That felt a little mean to me.
That was so mean. But like, here's the thing. Okay, Angel.
This is where you're not helping yourself.
You are not helping yourself. You can easily say, like, yeah, of course I used a filter. I just had a baby.
I got a little wild with the Facetune. Wasn't it a fun picture?
Yeah. Like,
but that's the same thing when they were like, you're acting differently now than you were shopping.
And she's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
She gets in like such defensive pout mode.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just not going to help you. Like if she had laughed it off, all you have to do with somebody like Giselle or Ashley is like, sorry, I'm so annoyed. Patreon exclusive eye roll there. Is just laugh at them and be like, oh yeah, it's obviously filter. You guys don't filter your pictures. I know that you do. Like anything, just neutralize it, just not care about it. And instead she's like, I would never filter my pictures. And like Kay's like, that looks exactly like her. I don't see a filter at all. And it's like, ladies, that's a filter.
Yeah. That's the filter.
I mean, that looked like a different person.
Oh,
like some of them were clearly just filtered a little.
And she knows her angles for sure, right? Like, yes, some of them were a little bit angled. She does this thing that it was funny that I was watching this because I logged into Instagram as one does, scrolling while watching Housewives. And there's this woman that I know who lives out on Long Island. She's gorgeous. She's really sweet. She's really smart, all these things. And actually in person, she is truly one of the most stunning people I have ever seen in my life. But she Facetunes the shit out of her pictures where I'm like, you don't even need to do that.
Oh my God, Gretchen Butte. Leave your nose alone.
That's just like, and it's like and it's the nose, it's the eyes, it's the under the eyes. Like we know nobody is looking like that, okay? Where nobody looks like that. We're all tired, okay? Yeah. We're all anemic, we're all dehydrated, and we're all tired. Everybody has under eye bags, okay? You took a picture and you swipe once and you put the Paris filter on. Who hasn't done that? Okay, we all do that. It makes your face look nice.
But I tell you, I have never filtered a picture of me, and there are some real stinkers out there. I'm not saying all my pictures are beautiful. Most of them I think are bad, but I'd never filter a picture because like in acting school, they'd always say like, don't let your headshot look better than you in person because then when people meet you, they'll be disappointed. And so I have like lived in fear. I've maybe put like a color gradation on a picture of my cats, but like I am scared to filter pictures because I don't want someone to meet me and go, oh, uglier in person. Like it is my like worst fear.
So growing up, I was told a lot that I'm very photogenic as a kid. And they're like, oh, you always take such nice pictures. You're really photogenic. And then as like, you get into middle school and people keep saying that, you go, wait, hold on. Wait a second.
What are you actually? How about now? How about now?
How about right now?
Yeah.
Is this compared to this? Is it the same or what's going on? And so I am really conscious of that too, of like, but as I've gotten older, I have gotten more comfortable just being like, when people are like, oh, let's take a group picture. And then everybody looks at the picture to see whether or not they like the picture. I'm beyond that. I'm like, I don't care. Post it. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
The picture. That's my thing is like, it's not that I don't care about it. I'll never think I look good. I will. And God knows I'll be doing something weird. I'll be posing weird. I'll be doing something with my face that I think is funny. And then in the picture, it just looks stupid. I just posted a picture of me and my husband at this like Halloween, like out here in LA, people decorate their houses. So fun. Like you can like do a little neighborhood tour. And there was like a step and repeat. And I was like, let's do this. Let's pose like we're on the red carpet. And he's just smiling and looks handsome. And I'm like trying to smize. And I look so drunk. Like I just look. And I was like, I don't care. It's funny.
You look like a contestant of Love is Blind Denver.
Annie. I'm full Annie. I'm like just how many, I'm like trying to generate extra chins. It's the worst picture. And I was like, this is going to be cute. I have I need a professional to take my picture if it's going to be even okay.
For me also, I know in the moment I'm not going to like the picture, and then 3 years later I'm going to look at it and be like, "Well, that's a gorgeous picture of me. That's wonderful." So that's what I need. I just need time away from it. If I take a picture and then I immediately look at it, the rest of the time I'm not going to be present. I'm going to be thinking about how I look like shit. I'm like, "Oh my God, I thought this whole time I look great." And apparently I look like a house.
I'm
And so
falling apart. I'm Pigpen from the Peanuts cartoons.
oh, that's so weird. I spent so much time on my makeup and it's not showing up at all.
Wow.
So I might as well just go home.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's where my mind is at. So my point is I like love Stacy being like, we've all been there. You go in there and you tweak a little here and there. Next thing you know, you're all tweaked out. Right? It happens. But Angel, you cannot say that particular picture had no filter. Like the other pictures on her Instagram, I definitely think it looked like her. It just looks like she like knows how to pose, she knows how to do her face right, whatever. But that one, mama.
Yeah, it's giving Avatar. It's giving Instagram Avatar cartoon. Like,
wait, you know what's crazy? And you and I talk about how much we hate ChatGPT and AI all the time. I have a coworker who recently changed their default picture on Teams.
We all love a legendary comeback, and Degree Original Cool Rush is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent, it's a movement, a fan favorite that delivers bold, fresh vibes and all-day sweat protection. Whether you have a man that spends hours in the gym, heads into the office early, or is just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has their back. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
And and the first time, because when you have like a one-on-one call with them, it's like that's the picture, the big circle that pops up on your computer. It popped up and I was like, like I know that's not what they look like. And then they asked me, they were like, "What did you think?
stop.
Do you like
Oh
my
my
new picture?"
God.
And I said, "Oh my God, it's so nice. When did you take it?" And they didn't answer. And I was just like, we all work together. We all
And
know.
this is work. Like, I'm like, I hope I look hot at work. Like, who cares? Oh my God. I hope I don't. I don't want to waste one moment of being hot here.
And actually, it's really upsetting because like I go into the office 3 days a week, and those are the days where I put some effort into myself just to like, because I'm getting out of the house. Do you know how upsetting it is to do that? Because you're like, I'm going to work with a bunch of people in tech who look like thumbs. Like, like, and not because they're ugly, but just because nobody puts in any effort to their clothes. So then you're like, all right, like, I guess I'll take this newly dress that I got. I'll wear it. In fact, I'm wearing one today and I'm like, oh,
Really
this is
cute.
so cute. It's an asymmetrical Patreon exclusive. It's an asymmetrical plaid number, and it makes me feel so 2000s.
Yeah, you look like you could be in the Veronicas.
Exactly. So, it's just so strange that somebody would do that to their profile picture at work. It was so bizarre. Anyway, Angel, we need you to stop lying.
Just be vulnerable. Just be vulnerable. You're not
Well, her
Lisa
idea of
Barlow.
being-
You can't be deflecting like that.
No, and her idea of being vulnerable was, I feel like I need to connect with you ladies. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
let's start
you
with
do.
did you Facetune the bejesus out of your picture?
And also, she and Kay really come for Wendy. And
Yeah.
like, it's
Yes.
not fun. Like,
No.
Wendy isn't doing anything to them. Like, Kay's biggest example was that Wendy didn't wave at her when she came into a room while Wendy was speaking. Like, yeah, she's speaking. I mean, like, there are instances where it'd be like fine to be like, hi, and then keep going. But like, for the most part, if you're a speaker in an event, that's not appropriate. And it's
No.
very weird. Like, as a comic, I walk into rooms where my friends are on stage all the time. I try very hard to be unobtrusive. I don't want to interrupt them, And I certainly don't feel that they need to greet me from the stage.
It was all around bizarre. And I feel like that same thing is what Angel is saying. Like, oh, I went to the airport and nobody spoke to me. No, they all spoke to you. You're having a private experience. You think that everybody hates you because you're besties with Kay and you guys did weird shit where you talk shit about each other and then you took backseas.
And
And
you
that's
probably
not,
talked shit about the whole cast.
yeah. Yeah.
And like it's not a helpful bubble for you if you want to stay on the show. Also, what did
Yes.
you think of Wendy saying like you're choosing your words very carefully when you say I attacked you, etc.?
I get what Wendy is saying for sure. I also think that Wendy is bringing up another great point, which Candace had brought up many, many times, which is that Giselle and Ashley get to be problematic in ways that Wendy and Candace could never be, right? Like Giselle is literally sitting there and telling you, you are lying to our faces and you are pretending to be somebody that you're not. And you are responding to her very differently than you did to me when I said, why aren't you being honest with your friend about how you really feel about her? Right. And also, like, again, it's just the energy is very different. But I also think sometimes I think it's also just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We don't know why she treats Wendy so differently. At the same time, the reason why she and Kiarna got into the weird situation in the beginning was literally because Angel defended Wendy. She said, Kiarna, like, you went to that event. Did you ask Wendy how her kid was doing? Like, if she was not coming because her kid was sick? Like, so I think that's another thing, right? Where like, I'm wondering if Wendy is kind of trying to like pull that in to be like, let's remember why you're actually coming at me. Are you coming at me because you have a real problem with me? Or are you coming at me because your friend wants you to come at me?
Yeah, I hadn't even thought. I kind of thought the colorism angle, to be
Yeah, of
honest
course,
with
which is
you,
possibly a thing. Yeah.
a lot of things can be true at the same
Yeah.
time. But that's a really good point. That like you can't be coming in and like dictating a friend's full behavior, not just on a show, but like in general. Like you can't. If your friend has to question you about something, you don't then get to be like, I chin checked her, so she stayed in place. It's like
Yeah.
you're not a good friend.
That's crazy behavior.
Yeah.
What I do think, going back to silliness on this show, is I thought it was so silly that and so fun that Stacey was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna give it to Giselle Bryant." So Giselle, do you have a secret boyfriend? And Giselle's like, "Yeah, I'm seeing a guy." And she's like, "Is it this guy?" And she really tries it. She goes like full soap opera actress. Like she's like full like, you're talking about me when you have this. And she like gives her camera and they're like, she's like, yeah, that's a date. I went on a date with a guy and I'm still dating him. And like, I'm on dates with guys. And yeah, he's hot. Like, all right. And then they use that same moment to be like, well, speaking of dates and football players, Stacey, are you trying to fuck Chris Samuels?
That was so fun. What a little Hercule Poirot detective series right in front of us. I'll also say, I don't care if Stacey did try to fuck Chris Samuels. She was not on the show at the same time as Monique. They're very divorced. Like,
yes.
And Stacey was single. Now she's in a more complicated entanglement. But like, are we going to have Monique come back on the show to be like, did you try to have sex with my ex-husband? Because like, Monique, that's really not the way to come back on the show.
It's weird
how you left.
And also, but I think the only thing that it would fall to is Giselle and Ashley's point, which is that Stacey be doing things just to be on the show.
That is actually the first good point they've made about Stacey in this entire season. Like that's like an actual housewives discussion rather than like, are you really divorced? And it's like, gals, we don't care.
Oh, we don't care.
We've taken all of your relationships at face value. Ashley, we've believed that you and Michael Darby were in a loving heterosexual relationship. So let's not be just like pushing on stuff right now.
Exactly. Well, let's head over to Salt Lake City where another banger of an episode started off like a HBO miniseries. On the water, there's murder, somebody's overboard, Captain Jason, and then the unicorn is overboard, and it's the sound of a recording of Jared slowly drowning in the ocean.
If only that's what the recording was on the unicorn when he first made it. Do you know it came from Build-A-Bear?
Yes, of course. That's where you get things like that from.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not intimately familiar with putting a voice in a stuffed animal. So and he didn't even like do anything to it. Just already that's how it looks.
Yeah, it's overall just a creepy thing. Like, it's like Jared Osmond wants to make sure that he is mentioned every single episode of Real Houses of Salt Lake City. That is why he gave this woman that unicorn.
And Brittany loves it because it's a gift for like a 15-year-old girl.
And that's what Brittany is.
Yeah.
The ladies go to Canawan, and it's like a full-on below-deck crossover. And this boat, oh my God, there is no glam. There is real alcohol, real booze.
Yeah, maybe that's why they were so tanked, because it's like, this is the regular ABV of a grown-up alcohol.
This was a whole lot of red-faced white ladies. Oh my God.
I loved it. I loved it so much.
It was incredible. We weren't sure if Bronwyn was going to make it, and then she does make it, and she comes in her little costume or whatever. Lisa's already fucking pissed. She's like, oh, damn, my plan didn't work. Bronwyn showed up anyway.
I've seen that outfit before. I've seen it on Instagram. Like, it's fine. I'm sure it's a really expensive outfit. I'm glad she rewears stuff.
Yeah. Also, like, just Lisa's entire demeanor changing, and then them having that conversation, and Bronwyn being like, yeah, I wasn't sure if I should come because Todd was saying, like, it's possible that this stuff is all coming out because somebody in our group keeps leaking shit to the press. And Lisa just protesting so loudly and so passionately. Did you see what she said then later on Watch What Happens Live?
No, I didn't watch the episode because I said Lisa and Aaron Leachy, I'm not listening.
No, I did not either. But apparently, so the show aired, and then Lisa's on Watch What Happens Live. And at the time that she is on Watch What Happens Live, this guy whose name is Bravo Derm, he apparently started posting a bunch of DMs between Angie and this guy, where Angie's like talking shit and whatever. And so this guy starts posting all these screenshots on Reddit. And so Lisa says, I don't know what the question was about, like, who do you think, whatever, leaked, da, da, da. And then she goes, I don't know who leaked it, but there is, if you go over to Reddit right now, Reddit's blowing up with a guy named Pagey, and he's posting all his conversations with Angie. And she had a lot to say about Bronwyn and me. She had a lot of words to say. And I'm like, Lisa, you're literally proving the point that people are making, which is that you talk to people in their DMs all the time. And then granted, in this situation, it's Angie who's talking to this guy. But the fact that this guy then took those screenshots, posted them online, and somehow Lisa knew exactly what was happening online and talked about it on Watch What Happens Live so that everybody went and looked. Like, girl.
You clearly have minions. It's
Yes.
also when somebody says, we're all like, I'm worried that somebody in this group of 8 women is doing something, and you go, nobody would do that. Nobody, not a single person here would do that. Nobody, I don't believe it. When it's like, Lisa, you love to throw out accusations.
Yeah,
Like,
also, you had an entire season where you found out that one of the people in the group was a blogger.
Like yes, first of all of them would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them. There's no honor among thieves or housewives.
No.
But like, I think the fact that all of them think that it's Lisa, like, she obviously does this the most. And like,
Yes.
and that it always happens when it's someone she has beef with.
Yep.
It's just like, it's once like, and she always has to like cry. Like, I am so tired of people being accused of something or being told something about themselves and they cry, because then it's like, okay, great, now we can't move forward at all. We cannot have a conversation one single bit because you're just like kind of in love with your own sadness at the fact that someone would say anything about you that you didn't love.
Well, this brings us to a little segue I want to take to the 4 minutes of Sheena Shea's book that I've listened to so far that you did read.
I read the full book, which when you asked if you should read it, I said I can't recommend it, but like I don't want it to be on me that I recommended it, but I had a good time.
Well, what happened is that I put a hold on it on my Libby app, and when my hold is available, I have no choice but to immediately borrow it. That is just how my brain is set up. I never push it out. I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is happening. LOL. And I started listening and it was like 4 minutes in, she mentions John Mayer and she immediately does what Sheena does is very similar to what Lisa does, which is like this whole belief that like these things just happen to me and I don't understand why. And I'm like the victim in every single story. And I've never done anything to any of these people, but also I'm deeply vicious and I know every single thing about every single person. But also I am the underdog. You're
And
like,
like I'm being nice. I like get to the oh my god. There's actually honestly, if this is already your takeaway, I do think you're going to enjoy this book
okay,
because
great.
she gets to the Eddie Cibrian and then it's off to the races from there. Like it's Eddie and then it's straight into Vanderpump and then you just watch her shred every relationship she has with production. And now she's like, I don't know why I'm not on the Valley. And it's like, girl, I read your book. I know why you're on the Valley. Like you played victim too hard with Alex Baskins.
And there you go. And that'll
but,
do it.
Like as somebody who used to be this kind of person where it's like, I didn't do anything wrong. This bad thing happened. It's like, well, that's why you're so anxious at Sheena, at Lisa all the time because like it is a difficult thing to like work on yourself enough to take accountability. But once you take it and once you learn how to do that, a lot of your anxiety of figuring out how to make yourself not the bad guy in every situation goes away. And you can just like be a human being who fails sometimes and succeeds sometimes and needs to apologize sometimes.
And Lisa's not there.
I don't believe Lisa will get there.
If
And
John
nor
Barlow
would
can,
Sheena.
yes. Well, it's not. If John Barlow couldn't get Lisa to figure out what the fuck is wrong with her, then I don't think that anybody else is.
That convo they had, was it last week where he was like, you always think you're right. And she was like, yeah. Like she was like, okay, you do understand me. Like that was.
Yeah. And then she's
do you
like,
think they'll get divorced or do you think he's too religious?
Well, he's been divorced before. So.
Okay. So
I think that they wait until Henry goes off to college. When Baby Gorgeous goes to college, I think that that's when Lisa Barlow. I mean, I feel for her because she says like the way that she is with John, it is like even at the end of this episode where she's like hysterically crying to John, even like when she's talking to like when Brittany comes or Heather comes to like comfort her, the voice she uses for Heather and Brittany and the voice she uses for John are two completely different voices, right? Like she really turns into baby girl around John, and around the other women she's like, get the fuck away from me. Don't touch me. And then she's like, John, they're so mean to me.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad, John. But if you want to be baby girl, you kind of have to treat your husband like baby boy. Like you can't can't be like, you be nice to me all the time and I'll never be nice.
Like you can't be the smartest person and also be like the most aloof person. You know, like that's the thing that bothers me about Lisa. And look, they all do all of this. They all do all of this stuff. They all talk in the DMs, but Lisa Barlow is always in the comments. She is always in the DMs. She is always responding to every single person. There are multiple people who have podcasts and accounts and all that shit whose DMs she has crawled into. Tom Hamlet once tagged her in a thing saying something about Ted Cruz and she told him to fuck off.
I bet she blocked him right after that too.
She did.
Like, yeah, you can't be a vicious dragon and also be the most thin-skinned little baby alive. Like, yeah. As soon as she started being like, no one would do that. No one would do that. And she's getting so upset. I was like, well, this is the whole rest of the episode is just Lisa being like, we're all good and everyone has to say it or I can't move on. Do you think that Meredith actually believes there's a chance Lisa didn't do it? Or are they really good friends? Or does Lisa have something insane on Meredith?
I think that Lisa does have insane stuff on Meredith, but I also think that she and Meredith have come to a truce to say, we are not going to go after each other like that. That happened once. And you can tell, you know, that Meredith has had like a talking to with Lisa, right? Where she's like really been like, that is really upsetting. Like you talked about my family. We don't talk about children. Like she just like had one of her Meredith Marks moments, you know? And she's like, we're always going to, I mean, we saw it in Palm Springs, right? Where she was like, let's talk about the husbands. Like Lisa had to go and like calm her down and all that stuff, right? So I think that they just have a truce. I think that Meredith 1000% knows that Lisa does stuff like that. She just is not allowed to say it. And that's why I'm glad next episode, Mary's just going to call Lisa out on it and be like, you're not a good friend. You're not honest to people. You're just saying shit, right? Now, we do have to say about Meredith Marks wearing a tweed skirt suit on what I'm assuming is a hot, like it's warm. The yacht it's hot. It's balmy. The extensions are not blending into their natural
Heather's hair was so rough. I was like, ponytail time, gal. Ponytail time. Put it up. Put it up.
She's so drunk.
She was so drunk. Listen, I don't like to say poor men on Bravo ever. But these poor men, they need to get with HR. Captain Jason, all of them are getting groped. It's not right. It's not. It's not okay.
Right. It's not. You know what? We draw the line at getting handsy. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Even
we don't like
the
it
one
when
who's doing a comb over with the bald spot in the back. Okay. None of them deserve that. He doesn't deserve it either, but I wanted to call it his hair because it was insane. I couldn't stop looking at
it. Like also Brittany at some point is talking to one of like the deckhands or whatever, and she gets like an accent. She pulled like a Dorit.
Brittany is like a full shapeshifter for men. Like anything, 100%. She's like mirroring maybe that won't work. Like honestly, give Brittany a pickup artist show for women. Oh my God. It will run for 1,000 seasons. She will end up getting multiple people sex trafficked, unfortunately. But I want to see the show.
Bronwyn throws Brittany under the bus and it gets Meredith really, really mad. And there's like glasses of water thrown or whatever. But I'm sorry. Okay, first of all, Bronwyn being outside of the fitting room and Brittany just like talking. Like, I don't like this about Lisa. And you know, Meredith is like always having a seizure and Bronwyn's face is like, she goes full Muzzy. Like she looks like her mother when she makes that face. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, I'm putting this in my back pocket. And then the way she like throws it at Lisa. And even after the fight is happening, she's like turning over to Meredith. They're like cleaning up and she's like, I didn't say that. I didn't agree with her. It was very like little girl who's in trouble with her parents. Like when you're telling on your mom, telling on your siblings to your mom.
Yeah.
But when she says the thing about a seizure,
you can never ever say an ailment or a disability to Meredith. You fucking can't. She can't. I actually know someone who has a seizure. A child in my family has a seizure.
Including
in Meredith's family are all debilitated in different ways.
Including my child.
Oh my God. Like, I was just like, oh, this is going to get old Marksy going. I thought the water dumping was too mean. It's one thing if they're all sitting around in bathing suits doing it, but like Brittany is annoying.
Yes.
But like, ladies, you're all annoying. Let's not start saying, oh, if someone's being annoying, they're going to get water thrown on them. You all deserve to be in the ocean.
Yes,
so, like,
exactly.
It was just like too much bullying. Like, there's a fine line because I think Bronwyn throwing Brittany under the bus, like Bronwyn's doing that because she knows it's going to be fun on TV. Yeah. And also, you know, she hates Brittany or whatever, but like that's a favor to Brittany. Like giving Brittany a big moment like that. And Brittany wasn't like, Bronwyn, how could you? She was like, yes, okay. Like she was like, great, now it's my time to get attention.
Yeah. She's like, ooh, now I'm going to make Meredith. Yeah, Meredith, yes, correct. You are having a seizure right now. Meredith was like, rah! And it turns into like a dinosaur.
Word, Brit, but right. It's the right thing, but the wrong way to say it.
Yeah, it was so good. What wasn't good was sweet Angie, poor Angie, getting seasick the whole time.
And being so beautiful. Never once puked in her hair. I cannot relate.
Did you watch her wife swap episode yet?
Not yet.
Oh my God. Okay, so I watched it.
Sunset just came back. What am I going to do?
There's too much to do.
My
Too much to
list.
do. The sun is about to set very early in a couple of days. We're all about to be home.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So it should be fine. No, so I watched her wife swap episode. She is okay. I really hope that she is not a criminal, you guys, because I love this woman.
I hope if she's a criminal, it's like it's an insurance fraud style thing. Because I don't mind the Osefos doing that. Like I don't.
Yes,
You know,
correct. And you know what?
I would never do it on my insurance on record, but I don't think the insurance companies are victims that I need to worry about. So,
And you know what? If she was to get in trouble, you know who would take the fall for her? Her sweet husband.
That's right. Also, she's getting that Greek passport. She's going to be out of here.
She's going to be the fuck out of here.
Anything happens to her, Electra, you'll be glad your mom is so obsessed with being Greek.
Exactly. So on the wife swap episode, she's just like super warm and super loving, which is always something I sort of like picked up from her.
Yeah.
And then even on this episode, when she gets on the boat, she's like hugging each and every person on the boat. She's like, I love you. You're so sweet. And Lisa's like, ugh, she's always trying to do the most. She's always trying to get people to like her. Lisa, you want people to love you. You're obsessed with being beloved by people. You think
While
that
never
you are
doing a nice thing for a single person.
That's right. And I think that that's really why Lisa hates Angie, is because Lisa was like, everybody was like, oh, iconic. I love that baby gorgeous. Like we all were like, oh, that's a fun lady. Right.
Yeah.
And then Angie came and she was like, my whole shtick is being Greek. And nothing.
And we were all like, okay, yes, we love it.
We were like, okay.
Yeah,
She's like,
I want
we're going to
these
go to.
sunglasses.
Yeah, she was like, we're going to go to Milwaukee and I'm going to make a fool of myself in front of a basketball player. And everybody was like, yeah, we're going to eat this up. We love this. Yum, 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 yum. And so I think that it's because Angie is now she's been center snowflake for like 3 seasons or 2 seasons. And I think that that's really why Lisa hates Angie. And it's also why she hates Bronwyn, because Bronwyn is like, has an interesting storyline and she's wealthy or whatever. Like Angie has all of the warmth that Lisa wishes that she could show, which she can't. And Bronwyn has the money that Lisa thinks that she has. And maybe Bronwyn's faking it, but Christian Siriano says that she buys his clothes all the time.
I don't think she's faking the money. Like she might be faking the marriage at this point.
Oh yeah.
But she's not. I think the money is real with Bronwyn.
Yeah.
And especially because she doesn't seem to be doing scummy little things like Erica Jane did, where she's like getting all this stuff and like trying not to pay for it or like trying to wiggle out of things.
Yeah.
And I think Lisa hates Heather and Whitney because she looks down on them and can't believe that they think they're the same level as her.
Yes. And with Meredith, I think that Lisa is just holding on to Meredith because Meredith is like, gay icon. Yes, queen mother.
Well, and I think they have a deeper bond and like have been close off camera. Like Lisa and like I don't think Lisa cares about Mary one way or another. Like
no.
Now that Mary is a more fan favorite, Lisa may start turning on her. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
I just like I'm like hitting a place with Lisa where I'm like, it's getting less fun to watch you. Like, I'm not saying take her off the show, but I'm just saying like the constant yelling. Like, did I laugh so hard at her luncheon? Yes, of course. That was so funny.
Of course.
But like this whole episode, she's just been like bereft. And it's like, Lisa, pick a different way. Like
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment because she's really trying to do something and it's not showing up. And I think that she knows that she's floundering. And I think that's also why she's crying so hard, because she's like been caught and she doesn't know what to do with that. Like, also she just gets really mean. Like, it's not fun to watch her yell at people. It's different because it comes in with a place of like nastiness, whereas like, you can tell that like Whitney and Heather, even when they fight with someone, even when they fight with each other, they are still coming from a place of like, I genuinely love this person, as pathetic as it might be for me to love them. Lisa genuinely thinks that she's better than every single person on the show. It's like, It's like in the seasons of Atlanta where like Nene was so clearly more famous than every single person on the show that it stopped being fun to watch Nene because you could just tell she was exhausted by the people there.
Yeah,
And I
the
think that
constant leaving, the closing of the laptop during the reunion.
exactly. It's like
giving Vicky Gunvalson, it's giving Teresa, but Lisa, you're not the star like Nene and Teresa and Vicky were.
no, and the thing with Salt Lake City is that it is not carried by one single person. It is truly an ensemble cast. Like we need all of the kooky crazies around each other. And I'm not saying that Lisa needs to go away, but I do think that Lisa needs to be like reminded that she is not the icon on the show. Every single person is, in the words of Angel, what she said about football players, every single player is important on this team. Okay. Even Brittany.
Even Brittany especially, because Brittany is like the fly in the ointment for these women. Like when they're fighting really nastily, Brittany will come in with something so crazy that they're all just like she irritates them in a way that's not as like deep or harmful.
Yeah, exactly. I also think Heather is still a loser for like running around after Lisa and being like, Lisa, you just need to own it. You just need to own it. You just need to own it. And I love you so much. And then hysterically crying. I'm like, the ladies are too drunk to speak.
And then she goes into Angie's room and goes, I got you, girl. I got you. I
Well,
spoke up for us. And it's like, Heather, go to bed. Just go to bed.
Do you think she and Captain Jason did actually hook up?
What a good question. I have been thinking about it a lot, like maybe more than I should.
More than you probably should.
Yeah, like I have real things I should be thinking about, and I'm like, no, get out of here with that. You know, I wonder, and I think he does it in a respectful way, but I wonder if Captain Jason doesn't make a lot of friends in the Bravo universe in that way. He may be a bit of a slut, and I respect that. And also, of course, it's my fan fiction I'm writing because I'm like, Captain Jason, stop. He's so sexy to me.
He is so sexy. It's painful to look at.
If they have quote unquote fucked around, Heather, I think it demonstrates that Captain Jason has made friends with a lot of the ladies. That's what if they did. And like I also think there's a chance they like kissed once and Heather's like, I don't know, we've like done it. Like
yes, because she is still a Mormon girl.
Yeah.
Like they made out and she like put her hand, they did like over the pants action, you know?
Yeah, briefly.
And an OTP HJ. And she was like, oh my God, like whatever. We drank too much and we just like fool around. And you're like, what was fooling around?
Heather, did you like touch hands? Like what?
It's just like, it took my top off, like whatever.
Do you think they hooked up?
I think that they probably did hook up. But I think that they hooked up in a way where like Heather, this is my internalized misogyny talking, but I do feel like Heather went and like was like, let's just do this and like never talk about it. And he was like, all right, cool. Like I can't.
I don't think it's your internalized misogyny. I think it's just like you see Heather.
Yeah.
I've never seen her be around a man she was attracted to and just like be cool for 1 second.
Well, we've never seen her be cool around a person that she thinks is cool once. She's never been cool. She's no chill. Like we all remember how she acted in the Ultimate Girls Trip that she was calling them all alpha big dogs. Oh it was just so weird. It was so I can totally imagine her being like, yeah, Jason, like no big deal. Like let's just hook up. And Jason is at the end of the day a sea captain.
He's a seafarer.
He's a sailor.
He's a man of the sea.
He's a man of the sea.
He needs to,
there's a reason why men out in the sea died of consumption because they fucked so much.
Yes,
so
that's why.
so I do think that it's possible that they did hook up, but it was one of those things that she was like promised not to ever talk about, and then she forgot because she is also still she's drinking for the first time, like she's 16 years old.
It's the way, although I have seen a lot of, I stopped watching Below Deck a while ago, just like
Me too.
time management.
Yeah.
But like people do get so drunk on the ship. And I wonder if it's just like the constant like refilling, like it's different when you have
But I think
unlimited alcohol, but you have to order it, or when it's just like constantly there.
Well, I think it's also like the being on the boat. Like because
Yeah.
I get really seasick. I've only been on a cruise once. And then when we were in Italy, we took a boat twice. And the first day I forgot to put the Dramamine patches on my ear and I was in really bad shape. And it felt like I was drunk and I was not drinking at all. And then the next day when I put the Dramamine patches on, I felt fine.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's a mixture of like feeling that wooziness plus the alcohol. And I also think, not that I think the yacht is not fancy, but I do think all-inclusive alcohol is not good alcohol, right? So it's just
Generally
like,
speaking, yeah.
so it's just like getting you blasted.
Mm-hmm.
And again, these women are used to drinking whatever the vineyards of Utah
The 2% vodka that's allowed in the state.
Yeah, like that's what they're like used to. So just the whole thing is wow, that was amazing. What did you get?
I
A fruit fly?
I wish I'd caught it. No, it's a mosquito, and it's been like zooming back and forth in front of the thing, and I'm like, don't clap your hands because you're gonna blow Nora out on the microphone. But we'll just see. Be careful.
Okay.
Turn me down.
Worker. The whole thing, it just cracked me up because like when she went into Angie's room and she's like hysterically crying. I love Angie because this whole time she's barely alive and able to speak. And then when Heather comes in, Angie's like, we had to do it. It had to happen. Like she suddenly is like so wise and like, she's like, yes. Like it's like this whole time it was like Angie pulling the strings from the bed while vomiting. That's amazing.
And Mary just there like, this is what's right.
I love Mary when they brought her food. She said, where's the rest of it?
Oh,
That's
yes.
me.
Yeah, the portion was very small. I feel like they feed them so much on these ships, and that was not so much.
No. What would be on your breakfast for your whatever that sheet is?
Oh my
Preference
God.
sheet.
That's a really good question. I honestly don't know because I feel like the variety is part of what makes it fancy.
Yeah.
Like definitely fresh fruit that doesn't include honeydew.
The filler fruit.
Yeah, like I know sometimes honeydew can be good, but let's say that's a big sometimes.
Yeah. Most of the time it's cardboard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I would want I would want to be able to like have eggs to order and like good toast and good jam.
Yeah.
But like yeah, like I don't know, and like I'd be like surprise me. Like I like a huevos rancheros or like I love an eggs benedict but I would need to like have the surprise, and I would want like a mimosa flight option, like not just orange juice and I want like grapefruit juice. I'd want like a passion fruit juice. Like, let's do brunch.
Yeah, I would also just want like I would want maybe a solid breakfast and then I would just want a full day of snacks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Keep the snacks out. Let
Heavy
me keep
snacks.
let me just like go snack, pool, water, snack, drink, water, coffee, a matcha, snack. Like
yes, matcha.
And then I want to take a nap at around 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And
then I want to wake up at 8 and I want to get ready and have dinner at 9.
Ooh, and me too, but bump it all back. So I'm having dinner at like 7:30 and I can go to bed. Don't think for 1 second I'll be having a wild night on the ship. Even if my friends are there and they're like, woo, we're going to party. I'll be like, oh my God, tell me how it goes. Like,
no, again, also I'm Angie. I'm in the bed. I'm asleep. Okay. I'm like, when do we get to land, please? I love these ladies. I'm looking forward to them just continue to scream. Cinematically stunning to watch that
so
shot
gorgeous. I know I complained a lot this episode. I had an incredible time. I loved every moment of it. I loved watching Bronwyn show Brittany's little stupid unicorn. That was very fun.
Do you think that Whitney brought a cucumber with her for dildo purposes?
That cucumber is huge.
Uh-huh.
The circumference is nuts.
Yep.
Was it Whitney? Did we know it's Whitney? Okay.
Yeah.
I could see her bringing it for like a dildo comedic moment
Yeah.
more than anything else, like a la the strippers at Beauty Lab and Laser.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think we'll see that cucumber come out for hilarity.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way she brought it for her own pleasure. It's just so girthy. It's so girthy. She would have to be like goatsy.
And also, that cucumber's been traveling in like warm weather for a while. It's mealy now.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. But it looked underripe, so I found it upsetting.
I found it upsetting.
I didn't want it there. I didn't want them to keep asking about it. I was like, you know what? Not everything's for the show. How about that? Maybe
Yeah.
we don't talk about it.
You know what? This could have made it back on the cutting room floor. Okay, give me more footage of Brittany trying to flirt.
Please. Or maybe we just say, someone packed a cucumber, and then we move on. Like that's all that we need.
Maybe we don't need a 52-minute episode. How about that, Bravo?
Oh, I did. I need it. I did actually need every minute of that. Like as I was watching it and I was like, oh, it's a longer episode. I got like so much glee. I was just like so happy. Like I love these ladies, almost all of them. And I love watching all of them. Ugh.
It did seem like at one point that Lisa was gonna choke out Heather and Whitney.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I would have liked to see that because I think Whitney has like lethal hands. Like I think Whitney could really fight.
Yeah, I think Whitney is like a scrappy little girl that like grew up in like not a lot of money, right? We know that she was like a little bit of a fighter. And then also she's like an athlete. Like she feels to me like she works out a lot, and
when
she would fuck people up.
handspringed off that bed to go get Meredith. Lisa would be on the ground so fast crying, Whitney attacked me.
And you know the other telltale sign that you can tell that Lisa is caught in a lie is that she starts to aggressively start petting her hair
and blinking
and the hair. Why would you?
Nobody here would do that.
Oh, I love them so much. Well, Amanda, thanks for being here. You know, we did sound like we complained a lot, but at the same time, we thoroughly enjoyed all 3 shows that we talked about, even Love is Blind Denver.
Love is Blind Denver really gave me, you know, the world is not great right now. And Love is Blind Denver gave me a place to really put some of the impotent rage that I feel. You know, it's not as good as like volunteering or donating, but it just gave me a little pocket to put it all in. And I appreciated it for
a little something. Actually, this is a good reminder about donating. So as of Saturday, SNAP benefits are gone, which is crazy pants. I'm going to put a link for a website that I really like called findhelp.org, where you can go, you can plug in your zip code, and it'll link you to food banks. It'll link you to soup kitchens and all kinds of things near you that you can either donate to, get involved in, or if you need to, also access food there. So that's going to be in the show notes for the near future because the government isn't going to help out.
Yeah, we got to take care of each other and like be so kind to people right now. Like just default to kindness. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at the TV shows. Check out Love is Blind Denver.
Oh, honey.
That gives you, oh my God, you'll be so kind afterwards.
You're going to be the nicest person in the world after you watch Love is Blind. My husband was like, are you watching that on 2x speed? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, go follow Amanda at Amanda Hunt and Kiss on Blue Sky and also on Instagram.
Please.
And if you're in Milwaukee, make sure you go check out her stand-up in December.
December 12th, Don't Tell Milwaukee is the name of the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. My husband lived there for 10 years, so you might even know him. You might even come and be like, I know him.
Amazing. Guys, go follow Amanda, like I said, and I'll be back to talk about something or another later. And happy Halloween, and go and vote. All of the things. I think we covered all of it, right?